ties. We're down there. Alf Lejeune will referee tonight. The linesmen, Don Koharski and Will Norris. Gunner, let's strap one on, and you can mail the 2 points personally.
I'd like to be able to do that. Pat Gutet's going in and on the draw against Big Pete Mahavlich. And on there will be Pronovo. And we'll be underway here in just a moment. And the shot comes back out of there. And so the Toronto Maple Leafs, you'll notice one thing. Fans, I don't want you to think that we got a heck of a lot of wind inside this garden other than just me.
Well, Gunner, taking a look, remind the fans a good look at Greg Malone getting ready for Tommy Edger, rather. A fine addition from Colorado, but keep an eye on number 21 for the Leafs tonight, Borja Salming, one of the game's best.
All right. You and I watched him when we walked into the fire up there at the hotel in Butler on a fantastic third period. Oh.
Well, we've got a little scuffle in the corner.
In the far corner, and they're just holding on over there. It's Lanny McDonald and...
All right, we've got Russ Anderson and Kurt Walker, and it's a rematch of what happened on Friday night when the two of them squared off after only 8 seconds of play.
Well, Rusty ought to get the better of this one simply because he's got the headgear on. He's just every bit as big, and Anderson is in there. You could see it picking up in the corner for a moment as they took a slap shot up inside on Denny. Now the officials are stepping in. There's Koharski. So this was the muscle that Roger Nielsen, the coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs, put in. Here she goes, Terry, on the disc.
Well, these are one of the good things when you play a team twice in a row because grudges are remembered quite easily, and Anderson knows that he and Walker had a pretty good go-around on Friday in Pittsburgh, and he just rides him into the board. Now, of course, Walker's got to give him a little shot, and we'll just see if that might be the first penalty, might be the roughing, but I'd have to think that Alf Lejeune will make them even penalties.
Well, I know they're both off the ice, but I'd say one thing. He came right up into Anderson's jaw there. I thought Anderson just took him into the boards okay. I didn't think that was a boarding situation.
Well, we're going to get... See, as usual, it's Pittsburgh, the last guy to retaliate, gets the extra penalty. Russ Anderson was probably going to go for holding.
Pittsburgh penalty to number 7, Russ Anderson. 2 minutes for holding and 2 minutes for roughing. Toronto penalty to number 26, Kurt Walker. 2 minutes for roughing. Time 44 seconds.
And the first punch there thrown by Walker went away. Nobody saw it, but they saw Anderson holding him in there.
Our fans saw it on the replay. You could see him come flying in. So now we have Mahavlich there. Kurt Walker, by the way, was born in Massachusetts, Ed Milliken informs us. There are more and more American-born players coming into this game of hockey, and I think the reason is because of television. Now from the point, let's see, Trevor Johansson tried to slap it in. This time again off the left side, Turnbull missing. Turnbull in with 7 goals. Now back across to Turnbull off the blue and slid it up across, and they're going right at it with Sutler, and he got it. Darryl Sittler fired it right through there, and he really popped it on a pass. They just kept the heat right on, and he threw it off the left side as you saw.
Well, Darryl Sittler, a man who had 10 points in one night, comes in here. Heron comes out to meet him, and the shot will hit. Looks like right between the legs on Denny Heron, and Toronto comes out on lead 1-0 at the 1 minute mark. Sittler's 19th goal of the year.
Oh, he's some kind of hockey player. All right, on the draw now. Let's see. Boudreau is in there against still Mahavlich skating. Pronovo. And so early into the game. A shot on goal tried by Pronovo. A good save off there that time by Paul Matier. Now Tommy Edger has it at mid-ice. Backs it over now to Bobby Paradise. And back over to Edger. Edger to Pronovo, back to Edger. They're just maneuvering around trying to get something set up. Up to Mahavlich. Across the blue, can't get it. And so Turnbull, the Maple Leafs, dumps it in. Edger going back, and Heron knocks it back out where Edger can get to it. Slips it up to Pronovo. Here comes Crony. 1-0 Toronto Maple Leafs. Crony coming off by himself. Slides it over there. Can't quite get it. Pretty good ripping shot there. 19 and 19 went at it. That was Boudreau against Pronovo. Now Mahavlich trying to tie it up, and Edger going right in and has it knocked away from him on a brilliant bit of goaltending by Paul Matier. I got to give Paul Matier credit for going back out there. Man, he came out to meet that one in a hurry. That looked like it was a money-in-the-bank shot. And out he came. He realized it was the only way he could do it. Give him credit. Here's Edger now. We're skating hard. Edger coming up, picked up at the blue by Turnbull. Picked off the puck, back out now, and a shot by Campbell. And Chapman, another save. And coming up the line with it now is Salmon. And he tries to spin in between, and Bob Paradise takes the puck away from him. Maple Leafs leading by a 1-0 score. And there's a shot and goal, and another one. Holy Toledo, did they wrap that puck around us there. So he just put it right to us. That's Turnbull. Check it.
Jack Valaket with the goal.
Valaket's the guy that got the goal, and number 8, Valaket.
Well, Ronnie Ellis in the corner. Good work, and everybody's in there trying to contain Ellis. Valaket comes across. Heron stick everything down, and he just gets it inside on the post. But that's all that counts. Puts it in on that net, and Valaket scores his 5th of the year at 2:28.
Ron Ellis. And number 21.
All right, now on the draw this time, they have Darryl Sittler in there. And the Penguins trying to get in there again. Going down there, Blair Chapman. And a whistle as the puck is smothered.
Bob, so often right after you have a big scoring chance like that, like Pittsburgh had, the other team comes back and gets the goal. Timeout on the ice. We'll be back with more Penguin hockey right after this. Knocked it away as Edger started to go around him.
No, I have to give Palmentier credit there, because he was going to get beaten if he stays in the net. And out he came, as you saw. Now we're short 1. They got a power play working going. Anderson's still sitting in there. Sinbin with 1:40 to go. 2-0 the score. The Maple Leafs have to drop back. Turnbull, center ice. Now they're changing on the fly again, and let's see if we can stop them. Now that 21 is Salmon. You watch for him. Trying to set it up right across the net, and a wrap. And smothered this time as Thompson tried to get one on goal. Chapman coming up the ice. Sends it across the blue. Malone is ridden out of the play by Salmon. I think the answer to Salmon is take him right up into the upper balcony. I don't know whether you can do it or not, but I think you're going to have to try it. Look at that drop pass, and a beautiful bit of deflection that time by Colin Campbell, stopping the Toronto Maple Leafs. 2-0 they lead with 16 minutes to go. We're still short a man. 55 seconds remaining on the penalty. Coming across the line, Thompson, shot, save. And Bob Paradise gets it out of there on the rebound up to Mahavlich. He throws it on in. We're able to dump it in there. We're still shy with Anderson sitting in the bin with 40 seconds remaining on the penalty. Now coming up the ice, Earl Thompson. And picked up by Tom Edger. We're beginning to pick them up a little bit more on our blue, but that second goal of theirs, there was very little we could do about that one. All right, across the side they go to Earl Thompson. He's ridden down by Edger. To the blue line, and Turnbull. And picked up now by Lanny McDonald. Watch him, by the way. He's in with some 15 goals. He can skate. Anderson getting ready to come out. So they would be shortly at equal strength. And out he comes, and we're now at equal strength. 15 minutes to go. Anderson skating off the ice, and we're coming on now with Brian Spencer, and we'll pick up the rest. Gene Carr has come in. Colin Campbell. That's number 19, Boudreau. 2-0. Maple Leafs. Here's Carr. Fast skater. Slams it right up there. That's a shot on goal. And I'll tell you, that one hurt. Palmentier found himself practically knocked right through the net on that one. And there's time out on the ice. The Maple Leafs on top 2-0. We'll be right back.
The Goodyear Service Store, another winning team for the greatest sports town of them all. Real pros with first-string service, total car care while you work and shop, and hours that fit your busy schedule. Free courtesy ride to anywhere downtown with super service deals like a lube and oil change for just $5.88, or money-saving price reductions like this on Goodyear tires now through Saturday only. Come see our winning team. Go Goodyear at 8th and Fort Duquesne.
Okay, now on the draw, Carr going in there against Boudreau. This is Brian Spencer trying to get the puck out from behind there. We'll do something with it. Rick Kehoe on the ice. And the game getting pretty physical right now for the moment, as Carr goes taking a shot at that Bruce Boudreau. Couldn't quite board him. Boudreau with a puck. Let's shoot. Save. Heron sliding into our net. Dave Williams, the 10-goaler thus far.
Well, that Bruce Boudreau, for the fans that were at the game on Friday night, of course, he wore number 9 that night, so you don't usually find players wearing 2 different numbers. Apparently, number 19 in their traveling uniforms has disappeared. So the fans that were at the game Friday and saw number 9, he's wearing 19 tonight. And, of course, he'd be a familiar face back in Johnstown. He spent a half a year there playing for the Jets in the North American Hockey League.
All right, he's in on the draw against Carr. Spencer trying to keep it in there. We have it now. And Russ Anderson slides across to Edger. Edger back to Anderson, almost taken away from him there by Boudreau. Maple Leafs are just clinging right to our Penguins right there, leading in this first period of play 2-0 with 14 to go. Now Carr trying to pick him up across the ice. Kicked it with his skate. That's Boudreau. Picked up by Edger. Edger at our blue. Almost had it snaked away from him. Swings across over to Spinner. Spinner can't control the puck. That's Bruce Boudreau again. 2-0. Maple Leafs. Now across the rink it comes to Davey Williams. And they tried to shuttle it across that time to Ron Ellis, but they let him a little too much on the pass. Anderson takes him out of the play. Carr goes in to grab the puck. Swings it up now to Ricky Kehoe. Kehoe goes across the blue, and we're offside. As Carr went up off the left side, Kehoe came in on the right, and an offside has been called.
Well, good look at Rick Kehoe, an ex-Maple Leaf, came to the Penguins in a trade a couple years ago for a #1 draft choice. And, of course, Rick scored one of his hat tricks, one of his career hat tricks right here in Maple Leaf Gardens, and that's always a big thrill to come back and haunt the team that's traded you away.
All right, Greg Malone goes in to draw, and in the back of the ice there, Bob Paradise and Colin Campbell. As Johnny Wilson swinging him around a little bit. This is Chapman fighting with the puck, then Campbell, and he swings it over to the left side, and it's taken away. And the Maple Leafs keeping the heat on in our side. And that is Beliquet, who just scored a goal a little while ago. Colin Campbell as we try to regroup. And gets it up the center of the ice and then swings we miss, and coming over for it, trying to get to it that time, Blair Chapman. The puck led him, as you saw, just a shade, and he was unable to get in there where he could make a drive on Paul Mateer. Paul Mateer's made the outstanding save of the night. We had one right on him, but he came out to meet it and took it away from us. Now Greg Malone takes it away from them, and it gives it up to Chapman. Chapman up the left side, has it taken away from him by Valquette. Now across the rink. Notice how they do that. A slap shot out of the rink almost. Tried that time by Jerry Butler. The Maple Leafs are coming almost all the way across the rink on their passes from one board to the other. And they have a guy sitting out there almost like a duck, trying to smother it and knock it in there. They cannot get it in. That was Boutet. But a nice bit of smothering there by Dennis Herron.
Checking bar. 2 men in deep and trying to tie up the defenseman. Got the loose puck. Time 2-0. Back with more Penguin hockey right after this.
Sitting on there right now, and I mean big. That's Darryl Sittler who's going to be drawing there against Mahovlich. Only almost knocked it into our own net accidentally. Now coming out is Edger over to Poneveau. Poneveau centers across to Mahovlich, and we lose the puck to the Maple Leafs. Now it's just not. Well, they're dropping back. Now we'll see if we intercept Russ Anderson, and has it knocked away from him, and without a stick for the moment is Trevor Johansson. Going after it is Poneveau. Had a shot at him. Couldn't quite put him into the boards where he wanted. Now the puck goes in under Johansson, and they'll have to have a face-off here.
Bob, this starts a pretty busy week for us. Of course, we'll be back home Wednesday night to face the Washington Capitals at 7:30. Thursday, back up to Montreal. And then Saturday night, ring out the old year, bring in the new with the Cleveland Barons at 7 o'clock at the Civic Arena.
With Dennis Marut, right?
And Ralph Klassen.
Looks like the Mongolian. The only Mongolian I ever saw with blades, Marut. It's amazing when you walk alongside him. He's a tad, but he can skate. Now here come the Maple Leafs. Oh, look out. It's a breakaway going at it, and a goal by Landy McDonald. Straight on in and wrapped it. McDonald gets a goal, and it's 3-0. Just broke through there, Terry.
Well, he goes in. You watch. He'll just be a wrist shot. He'll just be snapping. He won't even go back on it. He just looks, see where Heron is, and drives it by his glove side before Denny can almost even react. A great forwarding pass by Darrell Sittler, seeing him in the open. And Ian Turnbull also picks up the assist. And the Maple Leafs jump in front 3-0 at 8:26.
That's number 19 for McDonald. Wow. All right, now we got to bite the bullet and come back in here. I didn't think we're offside on the play. The question is, and there's no sense in teasing anybody or kidding anybody about it until they can get everybody back that they expect. They have skating, Stackhouse and Burroughs and Faubert. And Corrigan, I would assume, is out for the season. With
well,
the
at least 2 months, they say now. We hope to have them ready for the playoffs.
We certainly hope so. Mikey's looking in. We wish him nothing but the very best, and it's just the darndest thing that ever happened. And he was quite a skater, and it was a great man to have out there on your side. He helped a lot in our scoring. Well, there's time out on the ice, and the Maple Leafs on top 3-0.
McDonald's presents the official NFL history of the Super Bowl.
All right, this will be Jones and Carr. And the Maple Leafs have the puck, leading 3-0. Swinging across on the right side to John Anderson. Bob Paradise goes in to try to freeze the puck. And that's what they'll do, and we'll have a face-off down in our end. 3-0 is the score of the Maple Leafs. That's a good look there at Brian Spencer. Rick Kehoe's on there with him. Now, when you can't do anything much more than that, just freeze the puck, that's about all you can do. We're going to have Spencer and Carr chatting a little bit, but the man dropping in for them will be Jim Jones, and it'll be Gene Carr that'll be doing the draw. 3-0 Maple Leafs with 11 minutes to go, and this is the first period of play. And he may whistle one of them out of there in a moment. He is. They're going to fire him out, and they'll bring in now Davey Williams. And Carr's being whistled out, and Carr's unhappy about something. And now coming in is Brian Spencer. Carr said something to the referee, but it's not going to do him any good. And they keep it inside. That's Salming. Number 21. Whoop, look out. Carr hacked him. And the referee didn't see it. Carr just took a good rap at Salming. This may get something going. The referee was down the ice a bit. He gave him a Joe Green with a stick. Now here comes Spencer, and when he starts losing himself, look out. Now he's going over to grab Salming. Spencer wants a piece of Salming to get him off the back of his teammate in behind down there. And the spinner's starting to get mad. And when he's starting to get mad, look out. Because he goes one way or the other, they tell me. He's either calm or he goes berserk. And he just getting ready to, there's Carr tripping and going down. And let's see what they're going to call here. Oh, look at that.
Tiger Williams, Carr. And, of course, he pretended like it was all an accident. But he's been known to stab a few guys in the back. A little cheap shot artist there. One of the league's top penalty getters. Here's Spencer going by. Salming stepping into him pretty good. Spencer still with control of the puck, coming in, looking for someone in the center. And the puck will end up in the corner. Brian Glennie going in to tie him up. Pretty good collision right there. Get the number of those two trucks.
Okay. Ed Milliken here, helping us all on the telecast, says really that the way to beat the Maple Leafs is you got to use your body, because these guys are real freewheeler skaters, and you got to go to the body and tie them up. The trouble is when you play that type of game, as you now see them on the, oh brother, Turnbull flipped one across the rink. Looked like they had one going and going to be whistled on the play. There's Roger Nielsen.
Bob, with the score 3-0, Johnny Wilson has made a little change here. He's got Greg Malone centering for John Flesch out for his first shift as a Penguin, and Peter Lee. Good look at Johnny Wilson, who coached Team Canada last year.
He's mad, too. And Wayne Bianchon right there in the front. John is staring around. All right. This is Peter Lee. Well, we try to get back behind our blue edger. Back across now to Anderson. Anderson sends it on in. Palmetier clears the net. Peter Lee, beautiful bit of play there by Peter Lee, and I thought for a moment we were going to have a shot at getting on goal there. He kept it in there. And we're trying to throw that puck through some bodies. Can't get it away. Greg Malone. Now with the puck is John Flesh. And a shot on goal by Peter Lee sends it back in the over. Flesh takes 2 whacks at it and can't get it off his stick. Now here come the Maple Leafs. Holy Toledo. Earl Thompson. Off now to Marquette. No goal. Here's Greg Malone now. Trying to split up between the defense. Leaves a trailer there for John Flesh. Brought him up from Grand Rapids. And John on his knees, as you see there, trying to keep the puck in. Now the Maple Leafs have it. Center ice leading 3-0 with 9 to go. Here comes some more Leafs on the ice. Others are leaving as the puck comes down into our end. Mahavlich coming up the right side with it. And it knocked right back away from us by Boutet. And look out, Malaket sliding it just to the left of the crease. Jim Hamilton out of Binghamton is number 23, and they say he can really skate. Now with the puck is Tom Price. Look out on the outside there, Salming. No good. Peter Lee. See if he can go up the left side and get in. Leaves a dropper. And we tried to nail it that time with Jimmy Hamilton, but it's picked up immediately on the side, and a slap shot off the left point. No good.
We have a delayed
Peter Lee
penalty
gets one, and a delayed penalty coming up here. Now see who they're going to call it on in a minute, but right there was a whacking shot. And I'll say one thing, the guy that saved there, Salming, was right in the way of that one coming through. So it's time out on the ice, or is it? All right. Time out on the ice for the Maple Leafs on top, 3-0.
Toronto penalty to number 7.
Game time, game time. Hey, let's go.
Not until I pay these bills.
You mean you're going to take time to pay them now?
I have to, or I'll miss the payments on my car, house, water, karate lessons. Yeah.
Larry, it's about time for Dollar Bank's pay by phone. Saves me time because it eliminates checks, stamps, envelopes. One phone call does it all.
Sounds great.
My whistle?
No, pay by phone.
Attaboy, Larry. It's about time you tried Dollar Bank's pay by phone. You'll never want to pay bills any other way.
You're looking at, well, you were there, Jerry Butler. He gets 2 minutes for slashing. Now let's see if we can make some hay here. Edger keeps the puck in. And they get it out. Now Carr comes up. Must have dropped back and regroup. Look out on him. Steal it from Carr. And a backhand shot tried by Jones. Almost nailed it in there. Pronovo has the puck. Now Carr. And here comes Big Pete Mahavlich skating down, trying to split between the defense. There's Pronovo. Wheels it back out to the point to Edger. Edger across to Carr. Carr keeps it right on the point. Back over to Edger. Edger over to the inside to Pronovo. Carr slap shot off the leg of Jones. Big Pete trying to get it into Whistling territory. Has it taken away from him momentarily. Back out to the point. Carr started to go for a slap shot. A little battle in the slot. They're trying to get us out of there. And we're unable to muscle them out. They got some muscle in there, let me tell you. All right, Pronovo with the puck. And Mahavlich snakes it out. Back to Pronovo. Pronovo coming around the net. Back to the point to Carr. Stops it with his skate. Back over to Pronovo. Gets away from him. I'll tell you, this Randy Carlisle, the big defenseman. And along with him is Board Salming. And they kill it for the time being. It's a 3-0.
Bob, the Pens certainly have had some chances tonight. Tommy Edger going in there with Palmatier knocking the puck away one time, and just about 2 shifts ago, Peter Lee hit the iron, hit the post. Or it could be a very close game at 3-2, but as it stands now, it's 3-0. We still have 43 seconds remaining on the power play.
Toronto 8 shots on goal to Pittsburgh 6, and see if we can make some hay. Greg Malone on the draw here. Slides around behind the net. To get it out, and it gets up and away. Now they got a breakaway. Going down there is Ellis, and picking him up is Carr. There you saw the great speed of Carr going back to nail Ellis. And Ellis being hammered into the boards and hammered in pretty strongly, and now Carr goes in and they freeze the puck there. Chapman muscled away in there that time.
A good look at Ronnie Ellis. He retired for 2 years, came back last year and played for Johnny Wilson on Team Canada in the series in Vienna, and played so well that he thought, well, maybe he shouldn't have retired. He retired at the age of 30. As I said, sat out 2 years, but he's back and has played very well for the Leafs with 10 goals so far this year.
All right, on the draw, they beat us that time with Sittler, but we had the puck. Up to Campbell. Campbell slams it on in there. Only 14 seconds left on the penalty. And there's time out on the ice. 3-0. Toronto. All right, it's going to be Greg Malone here in a moment. On the draw. It was Sittler. 10 seconds left. Slap shot, Edger. Hey, we get a deflected shot. I think it was off Malone. Wait till I get a look. That was deflected. Edger slammed it from the blue. And then all of a sudden it hit one of our players. I couldn't quite tell who, and in she goes. Terry, did you get a look at that?
Well, one of the real strong points. Gene Carr, perfect pass right along the line. Tommy Edger stops it, takes a look, winds up. The shot's low. Greg Malone stopped in there, and it looks like Malone drives it home on the glove side of Mike Palmatier, past the stick side rather, and the Pens get their first goal, a power play goal. Greg Malone with the goal.
Tom Edger.
Yep,
and number 28, Gene Carr.
All right, so Carr and Edger will get assists at 16:45, and Malone will get the goal. It appeared that he just tipped it in with his stick, but that's what John Wilson has been trying to get him doing. He says, you take those slap shots from out around the blue, instead of driving in for a few shots, throw them in there. You never know what's going to happen. They can hit a bad board. They can deflect off a stick. There's a jillion things can take place. But now we got 1 goal back, and there's 2 to go. So they can be scored upon. No doubt about that. With 5:40 to go in the first period of play, Malone is on there, along with Bob Paradise now, and he took his man to the board and racked him up pretty good. That's Boutet. Hey, good save that time by Denny Herron. He had to kick it out of there. The game's starting to get a little more physical, and our guys are going to have to respond. That's all there is to it. Now Campbell knocks it around the dasher board, and they keep it inside. They're going to try to set it up right in front of the net. It's picked up instead by Chapman. All right, now Campbell throws it across to Chapman off the left side. Right off the left side, can't quite get it in there. And Butler has it for the Maple Leafs. Now, there you saw Boutet trying a slap shot, but immediately Colin Campbell's the guy that blocked him, came out and met him. Now here's Chapman with the puck. Wayne Bianchin going off. We're making some changes here on the whistle. Let's pick up who we have on the ice for us. It's Tommy Edger's back on. And Tommy Price. Rick Kehoe. Gene Carr. Brian Spencer. It's 3-1 as you take a look at the action up tight. And I'll tell you, game's getting a little physical, and I think maybe that's the way we're going to have to play it with these guys. Darryl Sittler and Carr knocked back to center ice. 4:40 to go in the first period of play. Now they're trying to come down the line with Thompson, and it's picked up immediately by Price. Maple Leafs drop back, get it out to center ice. Edger has it. Sends it up across the blue. Touched there that time by Salmon, who now has the puck. They will not wear names on the back of their uniforms. The owner figures it will cost him too much. For $143 million in Canada hockey, he doesn't feel that he ought to spend $10 a jersey. As you see, that depletes the exchequer. Got a deal, too. Look out. Look out for Thompson. He doesn't get it. Fine mover there by Herron. Now back out to center ice, Brian Glennie. He's one of the more physical of the Maple Leafs. With the puck, Sittler. Across the ice to Thompson. Thompson's picked up immediately by Edger. Edger's playing a lot of darn good hockey. You know that, Terry?
Boy, there's no question, especially on that point on that power play. He and Carr teamed very well.
I like the way he comes up to meet you, too. He's not afraid to get in there, not that any other guys are, but Edger is beginning to now start to pay off and play the type of hockey that Coach Wilson knew he could play.
Well, Johnny's had him before, had him in Cleveland at WHA and last year at Colorado, and knows his style, and that's why he likes him.
Bob Paradise is on with Pontevo. Pete Mahovlich. Now, Pony tried to split it in there, and it's picked up. That was ripped up there by Jim Hamilton. Just gave it a little flip, and that's a little save, I guess, by Mike Palmatier. It's 3:05 to go in the first period of play. You know, Wednesday we play Washington. Saturday we play Cleveland. There's a chance for us to mail me 4 points, will you, Terry? I don't think you're ever going to let me forget that one. Terry left me up there in Buffalo to get down on the ice, and I got carried away. We were ahead 3-1, and I don't know. I guess Dave Newell didn't like the way I called it. They told me the fans kind of gave him a hello, how do you do back in Pittsburgh when he showed up the other night against we played Toronto. But I had that in the bag, and I had just wet the flap, sealed it, and all of a sudden Robert said good night. Right on shot that time by Jim Hamilton, saved Palmatier. Well, we got a point. But Terry says, be a little careful. Don't mail me two until you know you got it. And then if you get two, airmail them. Don't horse around. Maple Leafs trying to clear the puck. Mahovlich is in there, and we're going to freeze it. Come on, if we can. Good. Now that'll get us a face-off in their territory. 2:22 to go in the first period of play. 3-1 the score.
Sittler, Valaket, and McDonald for the Maple Leafs. Greg Malone scoring the Pittsburgh goal.
All right, now Jim Hamilton. Very good close-up of him. Young man brought up from Binghamton. Oh, right in front of the net. Can we score one of theirs? Now Hamilton fighting for it back out to the... Oh, it jumped over the stick of Russ Anderson, and now coming back for it, Bob Paradise. Pontevo, center ice. 3-1, 2 minutes to go, first period. Tony leaves it for, man sends it up toward the slot. Can't quite get it to him, and the Maple Leafs get the puck now. And that's Bruce Boudreau. Taken away from him by Jim Hamilton. Hamilton is number 23. Tom Price, number 25. John Flesh, when he comes on, will be number 11. Redhead. Now with the puck, the Maple Leafs, and that's Boudreau. Ridden off it. Pontevo knocks his man down. Price has the puck. Tried to get it up to Mahovlich along the blue, intercepted. Now Pony gives it to Mahovlich. Coming back on the ice. Here he comes, Flesh. Skating up hard. Mahovlich splitting in between as it's taken away from him by Salming. Salming is knocked flat. Now coming down the right board, Valaket. And taken away from him by Mahovlich, and the fans here think there ought to be a penalty. And there's going to be a slashing penalty, I think, called by the referee, and we'll get a look at it. I think they're going to call Mahovlich for slashing or hooking, one of those two. He doesn't like the call, I know that.
Well, Pete got away with a hook, and he made the mistake. He looked back to see if the referee caught him or not. Now he comes on down after Valaket, and you put a little lumber. There's your two hacks. That cuts the tree down pretty well.
Yep.
And slows him down. So Mahovlich goes off for slashing at 18:48.
I'd say that if he'd had an axe, it had been a lumberjack.
We'd have some firewood to take home with us.
You sure would. There's Steve Thomas there, our great trainer, doctor, and Mr. Do Everything. And that's a close-up of Jack Valaket. Come in on the draw against Malone. Now let's kill this. We have a minute 10 to do it. From the point, slap, good save. That was by Salmon. Sits out there like a ruptured duck.
Wouldn't mind seeing Salming do what he did the other night. He got a little upset with the referee, and he spent the last half of the game in the dressing room.
That's the first time I'd seen that call for threatening an official quite a while. You don't get that very often.
We've been threatening him for years.
It doesn't work, does it? That's right. It does work, though, when they get in. Apparently, they have people to tell them about it. Folks who reacted, the hockey fans in Pittsburgh, they gave it to Newell the moment he came on. That's a good bit of maneuvering there by Malone, who stopped Salming's effort to get a little dewdropper from outside. So far, we've had 2 for slashing, 2 roughing, holding. We do It's a...
Well, I think we'd like to welcome some of the viewers that might have been watching that football contest in the rain and mud at L.A. with Minnesota winning 14-7 here at Maple Leaf Gardens. It's the Toronto Maple Leafs 3, the Penguins 1. Toronto got goals from Sittler at the 1-minute mark, Valaket at 2:28, Lanny McDonald at 8:26. Greg Malone scored the goal for the Pens at 13:45. Pittsburgh's just been called for a penalty by Mahavlich for slashing. We have 36 seconds remaining in the first period.
Well, we'll be back there, my friends, and back playing in Pittsburgh Wednesday against Washington and Saturday against Cleveland, and we got to go at them and make some hay. Now, Darryl Sittler's in, and on the draw, right to the point to Turnbull. Turnbull slings it across to Salmi. I'd like somebody to take him right out of his shoes. So, what a shot. Skate save, beautiful done. Sittler took a whack there and couldn't get it. Heron made a nice save. There's Salming trying to send it across. They got to regroup. There'd be offside. So back they come. 16 seconds to go. We're short a man. Now off to the left side to Lanny McDonald. McDonald has it knocked away from him, and Greg Malone is strapping it on him from the side a little bit. You can hear him like a whip in a sulky. Now they throw it across the side, and 2 seconds, 1 second, and a shot, no goal. Oh, brother. Took it off from the left side over there by Lanny McDonald, and skate save, and that'll do her for the end of the first period of play. So we ride out that penalty without any damage, and the score at the end of the first period of play. The Penguins and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Nothing. Banassi, Kozak on the right, Carr on the left.
Face off to the right of Gilbert, out to left point. Kaminowski with a drive, way wide to the right side.
Pittsburgh had 9. The score sheet there tonight. One by Peter Lee off the goalpost, and another one by Tommy Edger coming in all alone, and Palmateer rushed out to knock the puck away before Edger could beat him. And at the other end, Mike Palmateer getting some last-minute instructions and good luck taps from Randy Carlisle with Tiger Williams to his side.
Here's Big Pete Mahavlich skating in into the penalty box.
There's only one other game out of town tonight, and of course that's that big series that's starting tonight between the Russians and the Czechs against 14 NHL teams. The game in Philadelphia, the Flyers in the first period lead Czechoslovakia 1-0. That time the only time they'll ever cheer for Philadelphia here in Maple Leaf Gardens, as you mentioned, Bob.
I can believe that. All right, Greg Malone go in on the draw against Darryl Sittler. And Maple Leafs now, we've changed direction on the rink. Intercepted by Edger. Turnbull tries to flap it away, cannot. And down go the Leafs. Turnbull. And shovels one in, but it's backhanded and kicked out by Heron. It's 3-1 in favor of the Maple Leafs. 25 seconds remaining on the penalty to Pete Mahavlich, who jerked out of there for slashing. And he slashed, any doubt about that. He was really cutting wood. The game got a little physical. Now Bobby Paradise is going after that puck, swings it around the board, where McDonald knocks Greg Malone up against the dasher. We'll have a whistle and the drop off to the right. Now there, number 7 is Lanny McDonald. He's a high-scoring winger.
Bob, as we mentioned, Roger Nielsen using 2 of his tough guys, Tiger Williams and Kurt Walker, right off the bat. But they got 2 fast goals, so they put away the body and just tried to outskate us.
Well, now let's see if we can stop that. And if they start that and go play in defense, we'll get them. They keep the puck in there. We're only 3 seconds remaining on the penalty. And Malone goes over to intercept it, and now we're in equal strength. The puck comes across the blue, coming over Pronto to get to it. Mahavlich comes back out on the ice. Skates right across. And it's picked up by Penguins, but immediately intercepted by Lanny McDonald. He swings it off the left side now. Mahavlich keeping that one from going in on the crease. All right, Bob Paradise skating up. Off to Pronto. Across the blue line. And Ariel Thompson is fighting for it along with Turnbull. Turnbull with the puck. Here come the Maple Leafs. And coming up the ice with it is Sittler. Trying to screw in between the defense leads. One on the point back to Turnbull. Turnbull has it slide across the side. Just missed. Now dumping it back in McDonald. Back out by Paradise. Stopped at the blue. This time by Turnbull. And trying to get the puck McDonald, and he falls down. He wants to get a tripping penalty. He isn't going to get it. A great bit of acting. He ought to get the Emmy Award here on Canadian national television sometime. With the puck is Turnbull. Uh-oh, look out for this splitting through. Very beautiful bit of defensive hockey there. That was tried by Salming to just see if he could get it in there, and he could not. Now Spencer is starting to get mad. He wrecked at Sittler. And Spencer's beginning to, I think, is heating up. And if he does, look out. He wrapped in, took his man Salming out of there. Russ Anderson off the left board. Now Spencer comes across the blue, knocks Salming, who bopped him around, and they're getting a little physical. Now down the line, Sittler. And into they go, and no, they can't get it away as Turnbull, not Turnbull rather, but Thompson tried some nitpicking, didn't get it. Russ Anderson now gets the puck. Picking up for us, Colin Campbell. Across the rink, he comes over to Spencer. Spencer across the blue, tries to shoot the puck, knocks it down with his hand, kicks it away with his skate. Now Carr has it taken away from him by Sittler. Across the ice it goes over to Ron Ellis. Russ Anderson rushing in with Carr. And we'll have icing on the play. So there's timeout on the ice with a score. Toronto 3, Pittsburgh 1.
Come on! Come on! Come on, come on and taste the Pepsi way. Come on and have a Pepsi day. You're on the trail of something great. Today was made to celebrate. Come on and have a Pepsi day. Pepsi generation. Have a Pepsi day.
Well, they dropped to the shade early, but now Malone's after it, along with Johansson, Trevor Johansson. Maple Leafs leading 3-1. Paradise intercepts mid-ice. Kicked away from him by Ron Ellis. Leaves a drop for Ellis. Ellis is harassed by Edger. Edger picked him up. Man, I like the way Edger skates. This is Wayne Bianchon coming across the blue. Now has it kicked off the skate, tries to keep it in there, and it rolls off his stick, sends it back over toward Chapman, and we took a wrap from the left side. That was Greg Malone, couldn't quite get it in. It's 3-1 Toronto Maple Leafs, and we're putting some heat on them. Edger stops it at the blue line, sends it up now to Wayne Bianchon. Bianchon sees it kicked away. Malone goes in to fight for it. Back out on the crease, intercepted by Johansson, and we're buzzing around that Toronto Maple Leaf net. Now picking it up is Turnbull, waiting for his side to regroup. Maple Leaf sends it on out, and it comes all the way across, hit off the stick of Ellis. Goes on in, where it's picked up by Bob Paradise. Rags that puck nicely, comes up across the blue. Now to center ice, where Chappie goes for it. That's Blair Chapman, has it knocked away from him momentarily. Here comes Wayne Bianchon. He fakes a slap shot, now slaps it, and it skips up off and goes over the top. In comes Bianchon again, muscled down a little bit. He and Johansson tuck out toward the point. Anderson takes a shot on the left. Here comes Chapman going around. Goal! Did he knock him in? No. Who's in there? The only goal went in was a Palmatier. How the heck did that happen? I thought he knocked him right in the net with it. Look at Palmatier lying straight in there. I swear to goodness that he knocked him into the net with that one.
Well, he had the whole net to work with. I don't know what he caught, but there's the initial save. Here's Chapman. He sees the congestion, goes around Malone as a screen, and I have no idea how Palmatier stopped it. He's flat on his back. Either Chappie didn't get it up high enough, and that it caught part of his pad, or it just hit somebody and bounced out of there. But he saw that he had Greg Malone as a screen, tried to wheel around him on the net, and somehow it just didn't go in for us tonight.
Well, I called the goal. I thought I had the lights lit on Broadway. I saw that coconut of Palmatier go in there all the way to the back of the net. I didn't see how the dickens he didn't have the puck with him. And had he been in there with that puck across that little red line, that would have been a goal.
Well, I'll tell who asked at the second intermission, Dave Burrows. He's standing right behind the Toronto goal there. So he had as good a look as the goal judge.
I tell you, that replay, I don't know how on the dickens they got it stopped, but they did. Now, the Pens have been sending in 3 guys deep into the forechecking thing, and we're upsetting the Maple Leafs. And there's a whistle. Our 3 men going in deep on the forechecking have been getting to bother the Toronto Maple Leafs. No doubt about that. Now it's 3-1 Toronto. We'll be back in a moment. Hey, you know something? Minute 53 seconds. That's a pretty good record for the old gunner here. Now, you compare that with your last trip to the supermarket. But that's the Open Pantry Express for you. At-the-door parking. Everything easy to find and easy to reach. And the Open Pantry Express checkout. Fastest I've ever seen. Why don't you do yourself a favor the next time you get the shopping list? You hop aboard the Open Pantry Express. It's the only way to shop.
Aboard the Open Pantry Express, right
now, here's Mahavlich on the draw. See if we can keep it in there. We now have John Flesh from Grand Rapids and Peter Lee in there. Brian Glennie and Randy Carlisle. Now you see what we're doing. We're picking them up. Mahavlich slaps at it, keeps it inside. Uh-oh, there's a little bit of action. And John Flesh is beginning to get into some Major League Hockey, and I think he and Jerry Butler might be going at it pretty soon. They're hanging around with each other. Going in for it, Colin Campbell. Mahavlich ragging along down there with Jack Valaket. 3-1, Maple Leafs. Second period of play. Hot and stormy, 14 to go. Now coming out is John Flesh trying to get the puck out there. He did not see it in behind him. Now they're setting it up right in front of the crease. They slid it across, but it was too far for Boutet to do anything with it. Here comes Big Pete from Easy Street. Roaring down the ice he goes. Splits in between the defenders. Tries to shoot and can't get it off his stick. And Peter Lee keeps it in there where we can go at it, but he gets away from Paradise. And now trying to run away with his Butler. One-on-one, Butler has the puck roll on him a little bit. Beautiful block by Colin Campbell. Down he goes. They knocked him flat. Slashing try by Pat Boutet. And he didn't get anything but air. Now here we come with Colin Campbell. Let's drive on him. We got a one-on-oneer going. Saves the ice in a sudden stop. Shoots it over toward Peter Lee. Picked up by Johnny Flesh. In front of the net and cleared out of there by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's come down and get to it. We're going to have an icing call here in a moment. So we're gone, and they didn't call anybody on a penalty of any kind. Let's watch Mahavlich come back up the ice here.
Well, so many times with that long reach. You put it out there, let the defenseman think they've got a piece of cake, ducks the head, throws a few fakes, and goes right through, just right up over the sticks. Carlisle there with a hook on the left of your screen. That play wasn't called. Now Mahavlich tries to go with the backhand, but of course Carlisle's hooking him, so he can't get a good backhand, and the shot goes wide. And the goal judge, I think, just touched the goal switch. He thought that was going to be in.
Hey, look out. There's a thought from when we had one going right there on that draw. Bob Paradise flipped it up in there, and it just was caught up nicely. Now, Jimmy Jones down the ice, and up is Lanny McDonald. It's 3-1 with 13 to go. The Maple Leafs have the 3, and if they're going to try to sit on the 3, they're going to get hurt. Going in for the puck now, Lanny McDonald. And Tommy Edger drives right in and wraps into John Anderson. Now they're kicking him with his skate, and they try to play lollipop with it, that one, so that Lanny McDonald could get a goal. He could not. So they come back to regroup. Johansson's number 4. Turnbull number 2 has the puck. Gene Carr goes over on him. And a slap shot tried from the right point by Lanny McDonald. Flipped off and out of play. Now here we come. Brian Spencer kicks it up to Carr. Carr pokes it forward over the blue. Intercepted. Now they come with a roar. And from the straight-on shot, John Anderson. No good. Now the puck comes out to the point where there's another slap shot through the body, this time by Trevor Johansson. And they rag the puck again and try to shuttle it in backhanded. And a very beautiful save there by Heron. That was Lanny McDonald who did his very best to slap it through. There's time out on the ice, 3-1 the score. The Maple Leafs will be back in a moment.
McDonald's presents the official NFL history of the Super Bowl. An exciting 3-volume series. Volume 1 takes an in-depth look at Super Bowl games 1 through 4. And you can get Volume 1 free now with the purchase of any McDonald's Quarter Pounder and a medium or large Coca-Cola. The official NFL history of the Super Bowl. Collect all 3 super volumes free only at participating McDonald's while supplies last.
That is goaltender Denny Heron. Here we go. Oh, slap shot from the point. Wicked shot tried by Brian Glennie. Good save by Denny Heron. Off the dasher board. On she goes up toward Blair Chapman. He swings it off the left side. Now it's poked away. And here we come up now with a try. Oh, I thought he had one. Beautiful shooter. And had him head on.
We're seeing great goaltending at both ends of the ice in this period. Here's Malone stealing it, coming in. He's not going to have a chance to move into the middle where he has a little more operating room, but he takes the shot, and it almost got past Palmateer, but he had the glove side, had it down low, and ready to put it there. 12:06 remaining. The Leafs still in front 3-1.
Let's grab him here on a draw as Malone steps in there. Drop the puck and let's get going. Let's wave the lineman out. Get somebody to drop the puck. Now they're going to bring in Chapman, and alongside of him is going to be Dave Williams. And they slam the puck all the way out. We're going to have an icing call just as soon as Colin Campbell gets there to grab it. So, 4 goals in the first 7 minutes. None in the first 8 minutes of this one. Tighter play, of course, by the Penguins. And I think they're going in there, picking them up, forechecking them a little bit, upsetting their style. Maple Leaf style. Now coming in is Greg Malone again. This is where we want to see if we can't dazzle them with a little terpsichore. Salming, number 21, attaboy, taking right on the back on the derriere. Here comes Chapman. Shot. Skate save. Good save. Palmatier. Now Colin Campbell keeps it in there. Here comes a try again and a banger. Oh, brother. That thing went up out of the sight. I thought maybe that old Waney was going to lay one up in there. He threw that one clean up. That guy got the puck way up in the tide. Well,
he's got a Christmas present for Boxing Day.
Yeah, Boxing Day. We'll explain that to you sometime. Announcers on this telecast are contracted and paid for by the Penguins. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of the use of descriptions of this game without the express written consent of the Penguins is prohibited. Boxing Day up here is what the Canadians do the day after Christmas. They put everything back in the boxes. That's their legal holiday, or their holiday. They don't do anything but just wrap up everything and put them in a box and go home. We have another way of doing it down in the States. We just declared a legal holiday, and we're getting down to 1 day a work week, which is going to be the magnificent effort of all time, at which time the dollar will be worth exactly $1.99 in yen. All right, here we go. A yen for a goal. Look out, not their goal. All right, back out to center ice. Wait for him to get onside. Intercepted by Tommy Edger. Watch number 2, Tommy Edger. Mahovlich now swings it up forward and driving and splitting in. Beautiful try there by Price. All right, Hamilton, and we finally got the goal. Look at how mad Palmatier is. Mahovlich and all the company, and they're in there really going at it. What really set it up is the way Hamilton went sliding in there, and then from that time on, they just kept peppering until we got it.
Jim Hamilton makes a great move. Now he'll take the shot. There's the initial shot. It's up high. Palmatier doesn't have any idea where it is. It tries to knock down. John Pronovo moves in. He'll take the shot. Can't get it. Now Mahovlich got the whole net, and he goes to the backhand. That's the experience. Knows what to do with it. And up in the corner, Pete Mahovlich. John Pronovo and Jim Hamilton picking up the assist, and that's Mahovlich's 13th of the year.
And as a Pittsburgh Penguin,
number 10.
Number 10. Hey, hey, hey. And how about Mr. Edger, the way he's playing, too? He's starting the maneuver. Now we're playing with what we call bite the bullet. We're got to get another goal here for Baz. Then we get 2 in the third period, hopefully. And only when the final buzzer's over will I put the stamps on anything anymore. This is Peter Lee fighting for the puck. I like the way he's skating tonight, too. He's maneuvering around. The lads are going at it. Now John Flesh is skating hard. Now they're breaking in on us with Thompson. We take it right away from him. Back comes Salmon. This is the guy I want to see get racked. Not in a fight. I mean, just taking him through the boards all the way out into Lycoming Avenue. It's somewhat south of here. Nice bit of skating there, but intercepted by Peter Lee. Come on, Peter. Peter can't skate quite fast enough. Looks like he's got a load of bricks with him, but he's setting it up, shoots, and stopped off the side. Carr, seated down the way now, Salming. He's going to get bounced into by Peter Lee. Lee keeps fighting and gives it out to Carr. Carr takes a shot, trick. Down he goes. No call. Randy Carlisle sends it across over to Lanny McDonald. McDonald up the left side. 3-2 the score. The Maple Leafs have the lead by 1. And there was a pass for a try by Carlisle. No good. And now she comes to the back to the net court, where immediately coming up off the right side is Sittler. Sittler, a shot, save. And smothering the puck is Denny Herron. Man, oh brother, did Darryl Sittler take a whack at that one, but he didn't get it. Time out on the ice, 3-2 score. We're down by 1. Hands on the attack. Pass to Pronovo. He lit up the lights on Broadway. Dollar Savings Bank's done something that's going to really grab you. Printed on the back of every ticket is the period and time of the game, and if your ticket matches the scoreboard clock of any home Penguin goal, you win 2 $9.50 tickets to another regular season home game of your choice. Now, everyone can play because you're eligible to get a numbered coupon at the Penguins ticket office without obligation. Hey, you know what? Your friends at Dollar Bank say, root for the Pens to score and win.
We're getting the goaltending in the second period. Here you see Darryl Sittler taking the shot, the save. Errol Thompson tries to put it in with the shovel. Aaron saves again, and Colin Campbell comes to the rescue.
On the drop play, Greg Malone out, gets it back, and the puck comes out across the blue. Palmetier out to meet it, and so the Maple Leafs now have got to maybe change their style of skating here a little bit. I think they sat on that 3-zipper, and we started to go on the forechecking a little bit, confused them, Terry, and all of a sudden we're down to where we're rug cutting time, huh?
Well, they're not used to seeing a Pittsburgh club that when they're down a couple of goals doesn't quit. This team has never quit, and they keep working. We've seen that a number of games, and of course a couple early goals put us in a hole, but we're working at them.
All right, now Wayne Bayanchin gets it, wings it across. Hey, look at that skate. All right, Eric Chapman got knocked down, but they came out to meet him. The man that did it was Turnbull, but staying right in there. Look out for his eyes. Holy Toledo, Tom Edger. I'm telling you, that Edger is beginning to absolutely... I'm getting captivated by the way he's skating.
Well, what Johnny Wilson said about him, he's not the kind of guy that's going to be your #1 star because he scored 3 goals. You might not even remember seeing him out on the ice, but he's always going to be there where the action is, on the point, on the power play, making a big defensive play. And Roger Nilsson showing a little bit of concern, or sleepiness, as the case may be.
I don't think he'd be sleeping, would he? Huh? I tell you what, they tell me he does. That he'll go in and study the films and everything right after the game for 4 hours. There's a good shot of Gene Carr. And then he'll have his players take a test and say, put down 3 things. What did you do tonight that you could have done better? What did you do wrong and that? And he might make them do that for 10 or 12 games. He stays right into the game with you, I guess.
He has also a 10-game report card that he issues on each player on how they've done, a number of hits, shots, their plus-minus ratings. He's a real stickler for statistics.
Well, that keeps your mind on the game. Then they say he lets you up for 2 or 3 days, and all of a sudden when you think you got it made, he calls you right back in and says, okay, now let's go back to basics. That's Roger Nielsen. This is Mahavlich. Whammer. And right head on him. Looked like a low-line drive to shortstop. Oh, Mahavlich. Now, Ponovo takes a shot at it, can't get it. Here they come up the ice with Salmon. Somebody get Salmon, will you? He'll try to leave a trailer. Mahavlich has it. Come on down the ice, Big Pete. Coming over off the left side is Hamilton. Hamilton skating up in there. Shoots for the net, can't get it. Here's Mahavlich, gets it again. And we get it in the goal. We got it in the goal, baby. We tied it up. How's that grab you, sports fan?
All right, a new hockey game at 3-3. Look at Johnny Ponovo. What a big goal. And everybody's watching Mahavlich. We'll get a look at it here. Here he comes, Mahavlich. Now over to Hamilton. Hamilton going in. He sees Pronovo, but he can't get it across. A good block there. Now Mahavlich picks up the rebound right in front. You never know what's going to happen. Bounces around. And John Pronovo just puts it in tic-tac-toe. It's in the net.
Number 23, Jim Hamilton.
Well, now we call what they call bug-eye to bug-eye. And it's a 3-3. We're playing here in Canada.
John Pronovo,
Toronto.
From Jim Hamilton and Peter Mahavlich.
Well, an anointed Canadian, a man of Jean Pronovo over toward Montreal. Nailed that one down, so it's a 3-3 game. Now, let's see how we're going at it. And Ian Turnbull. We don't have it one, they don't either. Slam off the post off the left side. Tried that time by Boutek. Now, Carr's in there skating. And they keep it in. Tommy Edger goes back. Bingo. Bango. And Edger comes around and get it in the slot. And a beautiful save off the left post. And another shot, this time tried by Valquette. It hit the post. He got a lucky break there. So, this is Valquette. And number 17, Jerry Butler. And there was a try right head on. Didn't go anywhere. Look out. How about Boutet? He's starting to get a little rough. Now Spinner goes wailing in there. And also Gene Carr. It's 3-3 here in the second period of play with 7 to go. And we'll be back in a minute.
Forecast for the meal.
Hello, everyone.
News is one of the most important services a television station has to offer its public. We're serious about how news affects you, and in our 1057 WPGH report weeknights, we give you all the news that's important. It's brief, fast, and factual, but you draw your own conclusions. WPGH television is into a new and exciting season. 53's PGH report is part of that excitement. Won't you give us a turn, weeknights at 1057? And thanks very much for watching.
They're right into the naval base. And Denny digs it out.
And Danny Gare has a few words. He's been in there being a thorn in the side all night. And he's probably telling Denny, next one will be a little higher. I'll see how your mask works. And, of course, if you're with us on the last telecast out of St. Louis, you see that Denny has thrown that cage mask away. Of course, Don Edwards is using that type. But Denny's gone back to the mask that he's familiar with.
I think maybe that's what Davy Burroughs is going to have to use when he comes out after the effects of the surgery. I think that's what Steve Thomas said. He'll be working with the cage type of equipment to protect his cheek. The operation, I think, took place today at Presby for Davy.
Right, and we can only hope that he's up and around there tonight and in pretty good spirits looking on. We're going to try and get this one for you, Davy. And, of course, Ron Stackhouse back there on the men. He's another 4 or 5 weeks before he'll return from the shoulder separation. Mario Faubert's been skating, and he could be in the lineup in another 2 weeks.
Well, I'll tell you, this is what they call bite the bullet time. There was a little shot taken that time by Danny Gare, but he didn't get anywhere. He was the captain. Side clear, but it was one-on-one. There's not much else you can do, Terry.
Well, this was a case in point Friday night. Denny Herron came out to pick one up, and Earl Thompson was able to get to it first, walk around, and had a pretty easy goal for himself. But it's a very risky play. The coaches shudder when they see the goaltender come wailing out of there trying to jump on a loose puck. That's how Denny Herron broke an arm last year.
All right, Greg Malone now back to John Flesh. Malone centers it back to Flesh again. Flesh tries to keep it in play, but now look at that. That's Peter Lee that time, and right back to Malone, and smothering the puck there was Broad Salmon. Now keeping it in is Colin Campbell in their side of the rink. And they still can't get it clear. Coming back is Malone. Look at him steal that puck. Coming around the net. Right out in front. Shot. Save. Oh, my. John Flesh took a rap at it. Malone taking the shot. Now hitting Malone from behind is Boudreau. And they're stacking him up. Holy Toledo, did Boudreau rack up Greg Malone.
Well, he hit him on the numbers. That wasn't the best way to get him out of there, but that's the only thing he could do because Greg Malone is becoming the Phil Esposito of the Penguins, just camping himself right in there with some good chances. Greg, just hard work, skating it, centering pass out. Flesh with a quick shot. Palmatier makes the save, but the rebound is out in front. Malone again with the backhand, still loose. Now tries to kick it over with his skate, put it on his stick, put it on the blade, and about this time, Boudreau comes in like the 907 Express and nails him but good.
Well, all right, let's have another draw. Malone is in there, along with Jim Jones. 3-3, 6:17 to go. Second period of play on Boxing Night in Canada. Flesh trying to keep the puck in with Russ Anderson. Now they cleared out, so we have the puck. And this is Colin Campbell. Across the rink toward Peter Lee. Knocked down momentarily by Greg Malone. We're skating hard, and a whistle on the play. And I'll tell you something. We have come back into this one, and there you see number 21, Brian Salming. Boris Salming. Somehow or other, we're going to sand him. I know it's bore you, but I like that. He bores me, I'll tell you that. No penalties so far in this second. Good for everybody in concern. But Mr. Salming, I got to admit, but I got a little ill watching that big act of his the other night that when he took the 10 for threatening an official with a stick.
Bob, we might have to select your all-time bad guy list. We have Esposito at center. Yeah. Salming. We've got to throw Marouk in there somewhere.
Yeah, Marouk.
We've got the referee, Dave Newell, already.
We got him in.
So we're going to have an all-star squad here.
I was ill the other night. Wasn't able to get down there. How was Mr. Newell received when he stepped out on the ice the other night? Look out. Slap shot tried that time by Johansson. No good. When the Maple Leafs came down, did Mr. Newell get a nice reception from our fans?
Your basic Bronx cheer.
Beautiful. All right, Carr, go in there, Gino. He wraps up good with Trevor Johansson. Tried to poke the puck out of there, so they let him go. Slow whistle. All right, that's good enough. Look at that Carr working around in there. That's the way to pick him up. Anderson went to the boards that time and nailed Sutler. 3-3, idle the point, and he slews it across the blue back to center right. So they're offside. Don't you call those things?
That's a delayed call. The linesman has his hand up in the air.
Right, okay.
As long as we have control, there's no offside.
Well, now it's whistled in there, backhanded by Jean Pronneveau. He isn't going to call it. All right, so now we go back with Tommy Edge and Anderson. Hey, don't let him get in there. That's the way to rip up. Thompson tried to wheel one around, couldn't get it. Now the Penguins have the puck over to Hamilton. Oh, hey, you know, Hamilton's got a darn good left-hand shot from that point. Here comes McDonald now. McDonald goes down, and Paradise picks him up. Coming up the ice, Hamilton again, getting ready to slap one. Tried to pass it up toward Mahavlich, could not. 3-3 contest. Here is McDonald with James Hamilton ragging him around for the puck. And he goes on in, and picking him up is Paradise, and Mahavlich takes it away. 3-3 with 4:25 to go in the second period of play. Mahavlich down the left side, trying to fight it away, bat it away from him. Hamilton waits for him to get onside, shoots it on in, and we're going to be called for offside because in the ice there, Blair Chapman. And timeout on the ice and a whale of a contest. 3-3 on boxing night. Hey, you know something? Minute 53 seconds. That's a pretty good record for the old gunner here. Now, you compare that with your last trip to the supermarket. But that's the Open Pantry Express for you. At-the-door parking. Everything easy to find and easy to reach. And the Open Pantry Express checkout. Fastest I've ever seen. Why don't you do yourself a favor the next time you get the shopping list? You hop aboard the Open Pantry Express. It's the only way to shop.
Aboard the Open Pantry Express, right along.
Well, Davy Burrows has come up into the booth here. Gets 2 hockey matches this way. The one he's watching and the one we're calling. It's more fun that way. 2 for the price of 1. And we got 2 coming that way. Washington and Cleveland coming up. All right, they're trying to split in on this and grab us. That's McKinney. Throws it right in front of the net. And, oh, I don't know how Jimmy Herron finally, he went back and grabbed that just before it went sliding across the ice. Those are the types of plays sometimes you just slide on by, and all of a sudden, bingo. Watch this one. That's at Williams. Sweet Williams.
Well, Leafs come across here. Bruce Boudreau looking for someone to center it into. It hits a stick or two, and now Williams just tries to tap it. Herron going the wrong way, loses his stick, but the arm is 8 feet long, and he reaches back and saves it before it crosses that red line. 3:58 remaining in a 3-3 game second period.
Malone and Boudreau on the draw. And, well, there's one that could have slid right by us by Salmi. He's a nitpicker. And there's a shot straight on by Dave Williams. He didn't get it. Oh, another whammer, this time by Boudreau. He didn't get it. We're picking him up now. And we got to get him out of there for a moment. Bob Paradise and Edger. Edger around the board and hit out of there by Blair Chapman. So they have to drop back. It's 3-3 with 3:30 to go. This is Salmi up to our blue. Now give us off to Ellis. Ellis across the blue line. Trying to get it in front of the crease, kicked away from him. And now Tommy Edger again with the puck. Gives it up now to Chapman. Chapman off the left side to Wayne Bayanchin. Bayanchin slap shot wide left. Around the board she comes, stopped at the blue line. Good stop. Now they get it back out to center ice. And here's Bob Paradise of our team picking it up with 3 to go in the second period of play. 3-3 contest. They got out in front 3-0. We came roaring right back with 3 goals to tie them up. And skating without the stick is Salmi, my old buddy. I'll never forget him. Number 21. Malone wraps it on in there, and they come back and grab it with Brian Glennie. Sounds like a wee laddie from Scotland. Guess they got a couple of Scotsers that have played this game. Salmi. That's Williams. Right on shot. Tried that time by Salmon again. I call him the nitpicker. He just lays out around that blue line pretty good and horses around. You get a good look there at Coach John Wilson. The decisions those coaches have to make. Look at old John. He winks. And he's one of the funniest guys on or off the ice, isn't he?
Well, he's pretty cool behind that bench. He never gets too excited. Always thinking 1-2 shifts ahead, knowing who he wants to put out there on the defense and who he wants to kill the penalties with on the power play. And, of course, when it started the year, he was looking for some players that he could get versatility out of, like Gene Carr, who can play center, come back, play the point, Brian Spencer, Mike Corrigan. And, of course, this is what he's getting from these guys now. And they're things are starting to shape up and go a little better. And once we get some players back off that injury list, namely Burroughs, Stackhouse, Probert, Corrigan, and Schultz, we're going to make a big run at this National Hockey League.
All right, now Big Pete from Easy Street down there fighting it off, gets it back to Bobby Paradise. Oh, let's go to heaven. He leaves it off there. 3-3 is the contest. Dave Burroughs is a sight. I look back at him and I scream. I was going to go right out over the ice. Well, you get a look at him on camera. Dave Burroughs. He looks like he came through a threshing machine. I think he has. The otherwise handsome, debonair defenseman. Number 4, isn't it? Huh?
Good memory.
Isn't that his name? Number? Good.
Yeah, we'll be talking to Dave at the end of the second period here.
Yes, sir. It's sure nice to see him. And so don't go away because it's 3-3 with 1:54 to go. Davey Burroughs is up in the booth with us, and he'll be on camera. You get a good look at some of the action these fellows go through. And I'll tell you, they're a breed unto themselves. The fans here in Toronto are booing Pete Mahovlich. I don't know why. What the heck's he done to them?
Well, he only scored a goal against them the other night and brought them back tonight.
What's he out there on the blades
for? Scoring a goal and setting up the tying goal by Jean Pronovo.
Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Hey, now a slap shot from the point tried by Turnbull. And Russ Anderson takes his man into the boards. Look at this little breakaway shot. Pronovo trying to take it in. There's a loose man. Nobody around that net. We just unfortunately didn't have anybody to take it up. Now Butler goes in. Taken away from him by Colin Campbell. Pronovo swings it back around the net. And here we come up again with Colin Campbell. Boy, I'll tell you, we had Palmatier out there almost ready to put him on the noon balloon to Saskatoon, but we couldn't get anybody around the rubber.
Jimmy Hamilton will see that one. That was his first NHL goal, all teed up and ready to go, but he just overskated it a bit, couldn't get the wood on it because Palmatier was out to lunch.
Here's Palmatier in action again, Terry.
Palmatier way out, trying to stop it. Pronovo coming around. The puck comes out, and you'll see Hamilton just reaching for it and just misses it. Jack Valaket comes in to clear it out of there. 1:10 remaining in the second period. The Maple Leafs and Pens tied at 3.
Well, one thing, though, Hamilton has skated very well tonight, and he set up one of them. He's worked out very well. We're going to have some hockey coming for you in this remaining part of the minute. 5:09 to go. Carr's on the ice along with Pete Lee. And Edger from the point, missing wide left. Now, right back over toward Edger again. Hey, I thought for a second that Carr was going to tip that one in. Good shot off the point, and Carr trying to wheel it in off the stick. Paradise keeps it in the center of the rink. And now Pete Lee goes down. Carr skating like the breeze. And there's 45 seconds to go. And Peter Lee wraps into his man. And now coming into the action is Errol Thompson. And he dumps it on in. Going back is Edger. Edger fighting for the puck along with Sittler. And that's the way to clear it. 25 seconds to go. And we're going to have, I think, a little hooking penalty coming up here.
Well, Gene Carr is going to go off for tripping. Alf Lejeune making the call. That comes with just 26 seconds remaining, and it's going to be a little bit tough.
Penalty to number 11,
John Flesh, rather.
Flesh.
Yeah.
2 minutes for tripping. Time 19:34.
He missed the other
John
penalty.
Flesh
He made the call, and Gene Carr gave him 2 cents worth.
19:34.
He missed the other, and that is John Flesh just stoking up with Gatorade. Now, Mahovlich is on there. We got to kill this penalty 26 seconds ago. Let's see what we're going to do. Mahovlich, of course, is in there to see if he can muscle around for the draw, along with Bob Paradise. And drawing for them will Darryl Sittler. And Paradise has it. Wheels it off the right side. Going over for it is Edger. Picking it up now, McDonald for the Maple Leafs. 18 seconds to go. To the point, back out to Salming. Nitpicker Salming. Salming driving up, trying to keep the puck in there where they can do something with it. Bobby Paradise driving down, only 7 seconds remaining. That's the way to skate up to Mahovlich. He clears the puck, and up she'll come to where they go to center ice, and the end of the period is in sight. Here she blows. And we have now, on Boxing Night in Canada, got it all right, dead-eyed.
By Mike Murphy to Marcel Dion, and Dion scores to give the Kings a 4-1 lead.
Well, as you join us on our simulcast, number 16 leads the National Hockey League in goals. Marcel Dion picks up his 20.
There by Edger. There's our man again. Put that number right in your head, number 2, and when you come out to the arena next Wednesday night and Saturday night, you watch him play along with the rest of the fine Penguins. And Tom Edger, the reason I bring him up is because everybody said Edger who when he was acquired. Safe call coming across the line that time, Bjorn Salming. Now with the puck is Turnbull. Out to the blue and across it. No, they said no. It was kicked away by Mahavlich. Now we're killing that goal only about 18 seconds ago. Killing it. Mahavlich's trick goes down. And looking back to see whether he was going to get called was the offender. Thompson, he didn't get a call. Here's Pontevo across the blue. Now comes back around into the center again. Out to Edger. Edger back up, and it's missed by Turnbull. And we're back to even strength. So we have effectively killed the penalty. And number 11 skating off is John Flesh. And he'll be replaced out there now by Russ Anderson. And driving for the Malone gets it off the board to Wayne Bayanchin. Bayanchin up the left side. 3-3. Third period. Bayanchin trying to split through the defense there. Could not. Blair Chapman took a whack from behind, losing the stick. Russ Anderson has, or was it Russ? No, he picked it up. Into the net goes Palmatier. Can we dump it in? How did we get out of that one? Don't ask me. How did Malone happen to, I don't know how Palmatier saved it. I got to give him credit. I thought Malone had the upper part of the net on that shot.
Well, he's come up with some real Class A #1 saves tonight, and here's another one. Chapman centering it out. Malone trying to get it. Bayanchin on the left side trying to tap it. Malone signals a goal, but no goal. Now it's still loose. Malone trying to go. Lifts it up high enough, but somebody got in the way and prevented it from going in. So it's still 3-3. 17:50 remaining in the game.
You know, I thought for a second that one of the sticks from the Maple Leafs, guy Ron Ellis's stick, might have just partially deflected that thing so that it didn't get in. All right, at center ice, knocked back over by Blair Chapman. Here's 3-3. And we've intercepted Chapman. Coming up the right side is being wrecked from the side by Brian Glennie. Picked him up quickly. Now Bayanchin sends it back to the point, but it's kicked away by Davey Williams. Oh, Russ Anderson gets it over to Colin Campbell. Up the board she goes, intercepted mid-ice. Brian Glennie, 3-3. Look out. That's Boudreau. Save. Chapman. Bayanchin. Wide left. Picking it up. Trevor Johansson. Across the rink. This is their favorite style of play. Intercepted nicely by Russ Anderson. Dumped in. Ryan Spencer's come on the ice along with Greg Malone. This is Davey Williams. Now intercepting there, Rick Kehoe. Tries to get it back over and give some action. Here comes Carr out of the bench. Slap shot. Right smack on the pad. Smothering Palmatier. And I'll tell you one thing right there. Brian Spencer shaved the ice in a sudden stop where he could have just taken Palmatier's head off with his skates. Timeout. 3-3. Fighting for it. Paradise from the point. A slap shot cuts loose. Palmatier comes out and smothers it again. You know what we ought to do with him someday is put him and the puck in the net. I thought we had that here. What did Davy Burrows say about that one? Did you get a chance to talk to him?
Yeah, he said he was screened a little bit. He didn't see it real well, but it looked like Palmatier caught it with his arm.
Well, it just happened to him. It got in his arm because there's no way he could have seen the puck. We could be out in front by a couple of goals, but we're not. Anyhow, we're tied 3-3. That's all we go. Here's Carr. Slaps it back to the point. Edger getting back toward Carr. Carr for the slot. Tried to lay it right out there for Kehoe. It's intercepted. And here comes Toronto. Valaket leaves it off there for Butler. Tried to kick it in that time. Boutet didn't get it. from the point. Slap shot wide. Missed it. And so I'll tell you, you know who took that shot? My friend, Mr. Boar Salming.
He has become a bore. I'll tell you that.
All right.
Well, Salming a little upset. He took the shot. It was offline. He was trying to get it right on goal, trying to hit someone, wind off the leg. Of course, Salming has 9 goals already this year, 25 assists. Johnny Wilson pepping the guys up, telling them, let's go. Let's get that 4th goal. Let's get ahead of these guys.
All right. Now, here we go. And it's Carlisle with it. Dumps it in, going back Denny Herron, and leaves it for Colin Campbell. We'll see if we get reorganized here. Campbell slides left side off to Russ Anderson. Spencer can't get it. Here they come. They dump it in. 3-3. Going for the puck, Colin Campbell. Off the left side, some collision there. Brian Spencer got a little piece of the body that time of McDonald. Now McDonald goes in after Campbell, and they're slashing at each other pretty well. Here's Anderson coming up. He racks into Williams. And he's playing down there without a stick. Look at Carr going out after it from the point, trying to get it going. They're still short. Good save. Williams shot through the body. Puck gets up into the air and goes out of the arena. And so now coming back to get his stick is Russ Anderson. I was looking around to find out who didn't have a stick, and it was old Russell.
Good play by Colin Campbell there with the 9-iron, putting it out of play. Listen, we're going to have Croatian Fraternal Union Night on Wednesday, January 11th.
Who's leading
for
it?
details? Yeah, the Cruising Croatian, they call them. For details, call the Croatian Fraternal Union office at 351-3909 and ask for either Rudy or Michael.
All right, the Cruising Croatian. I called him the big, lovable Ukrainian the other day on purpose and told him about it. He says, the Crows will knock your block off. You get within 100 yards of them. I said, no, they know that I got babushka power. When we get up to eyeball, we're going to use that babushka power.
That January 11th game will be against none other than the Montreal Canadiens.
All right, I'll tell you what. I think it will be doggone well. Come on down there. That is Malone skating with it. Hey, did he stack it? No, they good save by Palmatier again. He gave him a good fake. Way across the rink, that was sent by Turnbull and offside. You know, that'd be a good night to bring out babushkas. You're going to have Croatia night. Why don't they bring out babushkas that night? What's the date again?
We'll put you in charge of that. January 11th. We're going to take a look here. Greg Malone coming in, looking for a man in the side there, in the center. And Palmatier hangs close, protects that short side. Malone goes with the backhand and tries to get the rebound. It goes up in the air, and Johansson will come and move it away.
Edger wraps it down the right side. Palmatier has it in behind him, and now Johansson comes around. And it's up to center ice Valakut. He dumps it in. 3-3. Wow, there's pretty good little ripping. Edger's around here again. Puck is stolen by Turnbull. Turnbull trying to get it in front. What a slash put on him by John Flesh. Got a little of his flesh, I thought, for a moment. Flesh is number 11. Look at him rag that puck. Gets it over the left side now to Malone. Malone going up. Down, slips and falls, and it's taken away by Turnbull of the Toronto Maple Leafs. 14 minutes to go in the third period in a hectic hockey match. Tied up 3-3. Dumped in now by Turnbull. Edger goes back to try to get it. Stick is broken, and it's a Maple Leaf skating over to get his stick. Malone fires it up ice. And let's see if they're going to call icing, and they will. So we've got it. 3 timeout on the ice as you look at Roger Nielsen. And it's 3-3 in the third period.
If you're going to Arizona on business, TWA can make it a pleasure, too. After all, when your business is done, you deserve a little relaxation. And TWA can show you how to find it, because we'll arrange for your hotel, even your car rental. And to make it easy to bring your family, TWA's Night Coach Excursion Fare can save you fully 25%. TWA to Arizona. Mix business with pleasure.
I've dived from higher heights than that. Only when there was water, not ice. Huh?
That's where Harold Ballard hides all his money way up on top there.
I can believe it. He stores it from all the money he makes selling press guides to unsuspecting reporters. It cost him a little too much to put names on the back of his numbers, and he doesn't want to do that. He's one of the governors that governs it so well that he's going to throttle everybody in the States. Mahavlich, they don't like Big Pete. Why don't they like our friend? Look at him skate around with that puck. Now we come flying on the ice, and it's intercepted down there by Boudreau, taken away from him again. Rick Kehoe to Mahavlich. He muscles the puck away from him and slips it up to the left side. We're going to be called for offside. Well, what is that night again on Croatian night? We play the Montreal Canadiens, and I think all the Croatian people, they know what babushkas are. Bring your babushkas out that night. Defeat Mahavlich, the Penguins, against the
Flying Frenchmen, the Montreal Canadiens.
The Canadiens.
So if you want information, call your Croatian Fraternal Union office, 351-3909. Ask for Rudy or Mike.
All right. Good enough. All right, on the draw. Gene Carr. Slammed aside off by Rick Kehoe. Now down they come. And that is Turnbull. He's getting a lot of ice time tonight along with Sittler. Tried to nitpick with Davey Williams that time, and the crease couldn't get it. Anderson takes the puck. And now up she comes. Here comes Carr. Split in there between them, Gino. And off the left side leaves it for Brian Spinner. Spinner tries to wheel it around for the crease. Can't get it. Now Kehoe has it. He sends it across, but it's intercepted by the Toronto Maple Leafs. 3-3 the score. There is that Turnbull. Breakaway. Shot. Beautiful save. And a great bit of action by Kehoe, batting the puck back out where they couldn't grab it on us. Now here's Carr. Look at him shave the ice in a sudden stop. Left-hand shot off there by Carr over to the left to where Kehoe took a right-hand shot and missed the net. Now they're changing hot and heavy. Here's Pontevo back on the ice along with Mahavlich, and we're going at them now. And they're coming at us, too. They dump it on in. Going right back is Robert Paradise. Oh, what it's like to be in heaven. Oh, come on. Don't let him sit in that slot. Take him out of there. And Mahavlich goes in, muscles him around. Going back is Tommy Edger now. He's tied up from behind a little bit by Davey Williams. 3-3 the score. 11:50 to go in the third period. We were behind 3-0. We have fought back. Spencer fighting to keep the puck in there. Now wheels it around, comes back out to the point. We're playing tiddlywinks with it. Now dumped up to Pontevo. Pontevo going on down. Go on and beat him, Prony. Prony goes in, shaves the ice, and has it taken away by Turnbull. Nice skating by Turnbull, got to admit it. Now Landford back to the point. Paradise wants to shoot, and he's smothered by McDonald. McDonald now has it kicked away. Here's Mahavlich knocking it back in over the blue line. Going in for it is Johansson. Hey, are they skating here tonight? 3-3. This is their favorite way they like to play. They like to go across the rink and set one guy up. Now Edger goes in, takes it away from Turnbull. You'll notice most of the time when they get to center ice, they'll bring it all the way across the court or the rink and then go right on in with it and try to get a breakaway in there with a man in the slot. But if you can pick them up on the blue and check them, you got to pop at them. We're going to be offside because Malone wanted to swing it around, and while he was doing that, we had a man in there. Couldn't get him out in time. That man was, of course, Chapman. So it's 3-3 here in the third period.
Have a holiday get-together at your Better Buy Buick dealer, where a Buick Regal is only $56.86 full sticker price. See your Better Buy Buick dealer now.
Feeds 26 million children in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Your contributions make all this possible. Please send your dollars to CARE.
Okay, happy Boxing Day. 3-3, Malone wins the draw. Shoots it on in. And getting the puck, Randy Carlisle. Now here come the Maple Leafs, and that man is Boutet. There's their favorite try, and that was a shot from the point by Butler. Wide. Butler again with the Boutet now with the puck. Back out to the point, where into the body it was shot by Carlisle, but blocked nicely by Campbell. He slings across the left side to Wayne Bianchon. Sliding on in, down they go against the board. Puck's in there somewhere under those bodies. So the way the scoring has gone, Sittler, Valaquette, and McDonald scored for them. And then Malone came back, and Mahavlich came back, and Pontevo came back. And in there, 2 assists by Hamilton, just brought up from Binghamton. And Jim Hamilton has got to feel happy about that. There's where we're broadcasting from, and that is some kind of get-together. If you can see us up in there, you got the eyes of a gnat.
Send out for oxygen. Will Norris ready to face off. 10:21 remaining third period. Pittsburgh goals, Malone, Mahovlich, and Pronovo. We're looking for one more on the old score sheet.
Like to strap it right on him. Malone keeps it in their side. Backs with the puck. Come on, get it out from the net. Bring it around. There's Rigger trying to get it organized. And they're going to try to freeze the puck in there. Snaking it out is Peter Lee. Comes on around the left, back out to the point. Bob Paradise shot. Off the side it goes and blocked. Blocked up front. Now they're trying to break away. That man is Thompson. And Paradise picks him up. And the puck is smothered down there. And in there with us is John Flesh. So I'll tell you, again, when we can't repeat it too often, in case you're just joining us, they jumped right out, bang, bang, for 2 goals within about a minute of each other and had us by the throat. And back we came as you look at John Wilson, Rick Keogh there, John Pronovo in front of him, and Brian Spencer with Stevie Thomas. Got about it. That's Gene Carr. There's a fast skating Gene Carr. I don't know how he skates right out of his shoes. All right, Bob Paradise. And Carr has it. Swangs across the left side. Edger up to Carr. Carr on a breakaway. Go on in there, Gino. Beautiful shave. Shoot. Oh, nice save. I got to give him credit for it. Paul Mateer made a fine save. He's done some great ones. This is Turnbull. I hate like heck to say it, but I got to be honest with you. He made a great save. Carr did a great bit of skating. Now that is John Flesh with a puck. And it's taken away from him. The thing that was so great about it was the manner in which Carr went down and got away and then turned around and made the shot, and Paul Mateer made the save. Timeout on the ice, 3-3 is the score.
Hey, what's with the long faces on you two?
I was the last one picked for dodgeball today.
Oh?
The last one, Daddy.
Carr moving around Johansson. Now holds on to his balance, takes the shot, and Mike Palmatier stick save to the right and clears it out.
And on the draw, the Carr sees it knocked away from him. Campbell goes back, hits it off the side of the board, and swings over to Carr. Now Carr, who can really skate, whaps it over to Peter Lee. Peter Lee throws it right out toward the crease, but it's intercepted by Davey Williams. So now here come the Toronto Maple Leafs. Campbell takes his man with the boards. Anderson goes with him, and Carr dings it on out, and letting it slide by him that time unintentionally, John Flesh. So we're going to have an icing call here in a moment. With 8:49 to go. Our next TV game is going to be Monday, January the 9th, and we're going to play the New York Rangers, and I'm going to get to see Happy Phil with either 7 or 77, but I'll spot him because I've got a good fix on his body.
Oh, you're too much tonight, Gunner. I think you've been into the eggnog. 7:35.
Not yet.
Will be game time on Monday, January 9th, our next telecast. So between now and then, we certainly wish all the viewers a very happy New Year. And it couldn't be a better one if we get a point here tonight and come back home Wednesday, the Washington Capitals, 7:30, and Saturday, the Cleveland Barons at 7:05.
All right, on the draw from the point, Turnbull. And right into the tummy-tum-tum of Denis Aron.
It's going to take a great goal or a fluke to win this game because the goaltenders have got the horseshoes you know where tonight, and they're making all the big plays.
Well, I think the luckiest goal was the one that Paul Mateer was able to save, and we've had a couple too, not taking him away, but there was one that took him under the net, and the puck is having a lodge right in the crook of his elbow. He never even saw it, and he went into there with it. I was always of the impression that if you go in there with that puck in your possession and it gets across that red line, it's a goal.
You know, if it's over the line, it's a goal, but he stopped it before it got there.
A shot from the left point by Turnbull. Now, here comes Big Pete. And it's taken away from him momentarily by Ron Ellis. Battle for the puck, center ice. That's Boudreau going in offside. And we're going to have a little whistle here. Just offside. I think he could have called a penalty too if he wanted to, but maybe he just didn't see it.
Well, stood him up there and for the delay. Yeah. Here's the shot. Turnbull winding up, coming through. Mahovlich will clear it out of there. Just bounces off Pete's stick. Good thing he didn't deflect it in. We don't need him scoring on his own goaltender.
No, we don't. We've had enough of that happen to us. Here's Russ Anderson now. All right, so Campbell.
Oh!
how does that slide off the stick of Pronovo and company? See what happens when you light up the lights on Broadway? Just, you hadn't hardly got that out of your mouth. Pronovo, look at him laughing all. By dumping that puck up in there, you did exactly what you had to do, and you got the action, and Crony gets his second goal. Show it to him again, Turner.
Colin Campbell, perfect pass. Pronovo comes up. Looks like he might wind up and drive it by him. Palmatier up, down. Oh, wait a minute. John's not ready to shoot yet. Just a little slider around behind him and into the back on Carlton Street. And Pronovo, his second goal of the game, his 12th of the year.
I like him with or without his contact lenses. There he is, Jean Pronovo. And he strapped it out of there, and now it's 4-3, and we'll say nothing more. There's only 8:18 to go, and we've got our work cut out for us. This game is not over. Or as they say in Canada, the match has not yet run its course. He's racked into our side. There goes Robert Paradise. Oh, Paradise. Come on, man. Donald, you're not supposed to do that. We have Paradise on there, Greg Malone, Chapman. Keep it in there. Edger's got it on the point. There's a little shot. Oh, Tiltsville. Malone almost deflected that baby in. Palmatier's getting buzzed a little bit. We got some gnats around his eyebrows. Keep poking at it. Look at that. Hey, that's a pretty good rap from behind. I think maybe I have to call him for boarding.
He's gone. He's going on the penalty. That was a charge.
That was a rotten thing. Look at
trying to stir things up.
Can he be third man in a hole? Now, that was boarding, if I ever saw it.
Yeah, no question. He charged right in there. Malone, and that's Tiger Williams. He'll hit you on the numbers all the time. Of course, he got a pretty good clock cleaning the other night from Dave Schultz. Unfortunately, Dave pulled a muscle in his back. And he'll be back in Pittsburgh. There we have 3 more games with the Maple Leafs. So there's time out on the ice. We'll be back with more Penguin hockey right after this.
Thank you very much.
Hi, who's that?
Dollar Bank's pay by phone.
Oh, I wanted to pay the bills this time.
But I like doing it now, because with pay by phone, bill paying's no longer a chore, and I like getting our new balance after each call.
Talk about time. What about the money? We earn 5.25% interest right up to the time we pay our bills.
And that buys lots of goodies.
Dollar Bank's pay by phone. It's about time and money. Once you've tried it,
you'll never want to pay bills any other way.
All right, Tiger Williams is in the slot. He's in the sin bin. We got a little edge here now, if we can take advantage of it. Edger to Pronovo. Pronovo has it poked away from him momentarily. Back to Big Feet. In the corner, trying to get it right into the slot. There's Pronovo lurking in there. Mahavlich working around now, back out to Edger. Edger slams it, and a save, Palmatier. This is the way they're working, and that's good to see them working like that. Mahavlich waited over on the one side. Connie snaked around like a little trout right there in front of the crease. And then when he couldn't get in there and stay in there, they slipped it over the other side where the slap shot you just saw was taken by Edger. Now we have Carr and Edger, Mahavlich on the ice along with Pronovo. Draw. Oh, back out to Carr. Carr slap shot and kicked out of there. Mahavlich sends it over to the right side to where Pronovo has it. Got a rolling puck. Brings it out to Edger. Edger back to Pronovo. Pronovo up to Mahavlich. Mahavlich to Pronovo. Pronovo shot. Another shot this time. That was taken by, I think, McDonald, wasn't it?
Lowell McDonald. Good
yes,
chance.
sir. Lowell took a pop at it. It's the first time I've seen Lowell get back out of here on the ice, so we're working. Johnny Wilson leading here 4-3, trying to get another one. Could be an awful big goal if we can get it right now. Let's see. A minute and 10 to go on the penalty. Carr swings it off the right side. Coming up, Mahavlich goes in. Slap shot. And it's up in the air. And it's loose. And Chapman takes a shot at it. And we're unable to get it in there. Chapman tried to get it. And Palmatier is able to freeze it again. How in the heck does he do it?
I don't know, but his luck's got to run out sooner or later. 6:45 remaining. And here it comes. Pete Mahavlich comes in, and he winds it up. He's going to drive it right through him. And there's the save. Goes up over. Palmatier quite can't handle that. It's loose. Chapman tries to drive it by him. It's still loose. McDonald, everybody moving into the crease there. When that puck goes in first, it's free game. The offensive player can go in after it, knock it in. But Palmatier rolled over, covered it up.
Boy, she was right in the crease. So close and yet so far. Kicked out by the skate. Back over now to Chapman. Chapman has lost it momentarily to Turnbull. He's knocked off by Wayne by Anchin. Now, Maple Leaf without a stick. But here's a guy with a stick. Tries to wind up for a slap shot. That's Jones. He's picked up immediately by Colin Campbell. We are in front 4-3 with 6:20 to go. And on the penalty, 35 seconds left. All right. Pens with 20 power play goals this season. Trying to get another one. Don't have much time left in this one. 25 seconds to go. Campbell back with the puck. They're effectively, for the moment, the Toronto Maple Leafs killing it. Knock it away from us. And flip the puck up in the air. Bob Paradise with it. Now sends it forward to Chapman. Knocked right back in by Turnbull. Going for it, Colin Campbell. Back out to Blue. Up we come to the center ice. Only seconds remaining. We're at even strength now. And going down on the ice, Chapman. So at equal strength. And coming up here is Williams. And he shoots it across to McDonald. McDonald is ragged by Paradise. Now Williams has the puck again, and he's racked up by Wayne Bayanchin. And now Paradise takes his man on, and it's sent over to the left side, where there's a slap shot tried by Turnbull. And what a beautiful bit of blocking that time was done by our good friend down there. His name is Chapman. He just went right down and smothered that one nicely. They tried to pass it across there for Sittler. Sittler trying to pick Grapes. Goes in, and it's right in front of our crease. Look out. And knocked away by the last second there. I think it was Malone's stick that got in the way of it. Now sliding it down past Jimmy Hamilton. We got a piece of wood down the far end. Doesn't mean anything. Everybody has a stick, but there's one line there. It's going to stay there till they get the action stopped. Russ Anderson sends it across the middle. There's a helmet loose down the left side. So there's debris all over the place with the referee's whistle blowing. Now we've got lineman blow the whistle. There's the stick being picked up. We got a spitting helmet down here. I hope there's not a head in it.
No, that's Colin Campbell's, and what a great game Soupy's played tonight. Really been aggressive out there. He's made some great defensive plays. And just one more reminder, Wednesday night, the Washington Capitals at 7:30, and then on Saturday, ring in the New Year, 7 o'clock, the Cleveland Barons.
I got to say something else, too, while we at it. These fellas that handle these cameras up here really know what they're doing in Canada.
Well, we saw a great game the other night while we were in Buffalo. There's Campbell. Of course, when that helmet came off, looks like he might have a little cut there. As we were saying, when we saw the game out of Buffalo the other night, the Montreal-Toronto game, the camera work was excellent, as it is tonight. And it was a great game, and I think we've seen one of our best games up here tonight.
No doubt about it. But again, our congratulations and our thanks to the Canadian broadcasting crew here for the tremendous work they're doing. And our thanks to Ed Milliken, too. Slap shot tried that time by our nitpicker. That's Boris Salming. He doesn't like to be called a nitpicker, but the puck went up out of sight and went up toward Bob Hope on January the 5th. Yeah. Bob Hope will be here on the 5th of January, and that puck almost went up there. On the draw, it comes back to where Mike Palmatier grabs it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Gene Carr has come on the ice. It's 4-3 Pittsburgh. We were down 3-0. And a baby. Honorable has the puck taken away from him, but we're keeping it back in there. We've got to keep the heat on them. Don't let them keep it going. Anderson intercepts at mid-ice, and the puck gets up in the air, and now here they come down again, and running with it, Salming. Salming has Edger take him out of the action. Up comes Brian Spencer. Carr wheels it for Spencer, leads him, comes across, sends it up to Prunable. Prunable tries to get it back over to Spencer. Intercepted. He loses the puck. He happens to be Thompson. Now Edger gets it again. Mid-ice. 3:40 to go. 4-3 the score. Pittsburgh coming from behind. 3-0, getting to tie it, and then getting out in front. Now, let's not go into our shell and skate defensively here, Terry. We got to keep the pressure on. You buy that?
No question. That's playing it wide open here.
Anderson to Carr. Go split in there, Andy. Oh, we went offside accidentally. Chapman came up just across before the puck got in.
Okay, yep. Bob, I've got you 1-goal lead, 3.5. I'm counting on you to mail the 2 points home. Don't put the envelope away till you hear that bell.
If I hear the bell and we're leading, I ain't gonna mail it home. I'm gonna send it to Baz on a mailogram.
I'm going downstairs, and we'll talk to Pete Mahovlich right after the game.
All right, hang in there. I'll do my best. I promise you, I won't do a thing but fight, fight, fight on Boxing Night in Canada. All right, now we have Malone on there with Blair Chapman. Colin Campbell. On the draw, Malone. It goes to Bianchim. Bianchim trying to get away. Where he can do something with it. And they send it up off the right side to Sittler. Sittler comes down, intercepted by Colin Campbell. Man, is he playing hockey. Nobody leaving here. It's a sellout throng. Look out. Beautiful play by Bob Paradise, taking that time the stick of Davy Williams right up the ice so he couldn't shoot. They're trying to nitpick on it. Back to the point for Turnbull. Winds up, shoots, save, and getting it out, Malone. Beautiful bit of backhanding by Malone. Great save by Heron. We have seen some outstanding goaltending on both sides here tonight. Some kind of hockey. It's not over. 2:40 to go. Now down they come. That's Sittler. Slap shot, save. Off to the left, smothered Heron. Look out. Don't kick him in the head. Man, he didn't mean to, but he sure as heck didn't lift his stick up any. You know who that was? That's Davy Williams. You watch Williams go driving right in with his stick on him. Now you're going to see the shot. Now here's Williams, number 22. Now Heron's going to come out and smother it, and Williams is going to go right over him. We had a shot like that at Palmatier. They call him the Tiger. Now watch this Williams go right at him. Bang. You see him hit him with his left foot, stake. I'd get up and knock him right on his neck. And I'd stick a stick right down his throat. That's not good hockey. I don't care what anybody says. Mahavlich is on there now. We had a shot at Palmatier in the second period, and Brian Spencer stopped Cole. That was not what Williams just did to Heron, as you saw. He took a rack at it. All right, come on, John Pontevo. Mahavlich, and knocked in there now by Belichick. Russ Anderson with the puck. Got a roller. Gets it out to the point. Knocked up in the air. Knocked down by the hand. That time by Jim Hamilton of Binghamton. And we're going to have palming the puck. And you're not allowed to do that. Knocking it down, keeping it in play. So they'll bring it back and face it off. It'll be Mahavlich. Now 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. And this is the third period of play. The score, 4-3 Pittsburgh. What they call Boxing Night in Canada. If you're just tuning in, Boxing Night is the night day after Christmas, in which everybody puts everything back in the box. They just have a holiday. No matter when Christmas is, what day of the year. All right, Williams is in the chat for a moment with Pronovo. Havlich sees it go off to the other side. Now Russ Anderson has it. Wings it up, kept in play there for a moment. Now, I'll tell you something. I thought McDonald was going to have a shot at it. Going for it, Salming to keep it in. Freezing it for the moment. Mahavlich. Now, Russ Anderson gets in yet. Coming around with it. Randy McDonald right out to the point. Now out to Turnbull. Turnbull shoots it. They tried to deflect it, didn't get it. Here's Hamilton. Gets it by his man. Going back forward immediately is Dave Williams. 1:37 to go. Turnbull dumps the puck in. 4-3 Pittsburgh. Going back, Russ Anderson behind the net. Shaves the ice in a sudden stop. Comes on around. Gets it down to where Turnbull is cracked in between the nutcracker suite. Coming out is Pronovo across the blue line. Now they ram into each other across the boards. Mahavlich muscles around. Denny Heron clears it off the right dasher. And Hamilton wraps it up toward the center. And kicking out with his skate is Mahavlich. Mahavlich comes across the red line. 1 minute to go. Or 1:10 to go. Dumps the puck on in there. And time could be our ally if we can keep the heat on the Toronto Maple Leafs. 4-3 the score, and here they come. Across the ice they go with it. Davy Williams 1 minute ago, and it's deflected very beautifully down there by Colin Campbell, who's playing the game with his life, and they get the tie goal. Well, a deflected shot by Lanny McDonald. Lanny McDonald gets a deflected shot tie goal. We'll watch it again on the replay. There isn't a darn thing Heron can do about it. Only 54 seconds left in the period. Here's the replay. Williams sitting right in there. And McDonald gets his 20th goal.
On number 27, Darryl Sittler.
Sittler
number 22,
gets an assist, and Williams an assist.
1906.
So at 1906, they have tied it up on a deflection. He was sitting right in the slot, and he just got a deflection. There's no way Heron could do anything about it. I'll tell you one thing. We owe that guy Tiger Williams a ripping for what he did, and he's going to get it before it's over. Maybe not tonight. Now Mahavlich's coming on. We got an argument. Pronovo, I think we're arguing somebody was sitting in that net. Pronovo is talking to the referee. Alf Lejeune. Now Pronovo's gone off the ice. He's gone over to talk to John Wilson. I can't be sure, but I'm wondering if he was talking about whether somebody was in the net, interfered with Heron in goal. And I don't know whether they could or not. They were all around the net. But anyhow, we're going to play with 50 seconds left. And they win the draw. Now, don't let them get it in there on it. Going back, Tom Edger. Heron leaves it for Edger. Edger swings it out, and they overshoot it. But Campbell has it with 40 seconds to go. Tie contest, 4-4. Back to center ice, and with the puck now, Boris Salmon. Here comes a shot on goal. We win it. We got it. A beauty by Blair Chapman. He lit up the lights on Broadway. Show me all those gorgeous red bulbs. Hello, Daddy. How does that grab you? What a popper there by Blair Chapman. That's a little wedding present for Patsy. And for everybody. Take another look there. Look at old Blair Rackham. He breaks it right over the blue on his own. Got a rolling puck, got it straightened down, and then you racked it right by. Trying to drive in there was Brian Glennie. He couldn't do it. And this time, Paul Mateer, I think, committed himself too quickly. And that time, Mr. Chapman waited on him and racked him good. And that's making it 2 goals in a heck of a hurry. 1 for them and 1 for the Penguins. Pronovo 2 goals and 3 assists. For Sittler a goal, 2 assists. They're the high point getters tonight. Now Pronovo's out there talking again to Alf Lejeune. I cannot be certain whether there was argument on the part of the Penguins that they interfered with Heron, but whatever it's about, forget it for the moment. 32 seconds to go. And drawing it'll be Sittler and Mahavlich, and they dump the puck in. 27 seconds to go. Going back for it, Bob Paradise. Paradise wheels over to Pronovo. Pronovo gets it out to the center, and it's picked up. I don't know whether it was touched or not. They may have an icing call here. They do. And so, 16 seconds to go. All right, now we got Palmatier. We got an open pantry. There he is. He's the goaltender, and there ain't nobody over on his side. So that means we're going to see what they're going to bring out. They have Turnbull. They're going to face off on our side with 16 seconds to go. Turnbull on there with him also is Sittler. They've pulled all the stops here. Now Mahavlich is going to draw here against Darryl Sittler. Sittler is telling his man Salming to back up on the blue, where along with Turnbull they can probably drop it back to him and try for a slap shot. Now, here it comes back for the slap shot. Off the body she goes, going back for it. Mahavlich muscles it up, and he gets across the blue line. 5 seconds, 8 seconds to go. They shot on the goal, missed it. It hit the post. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. I'm going to send it home to you, airmail. We have knocked them off by the score of 5-4. Hey, Bassey, a mail-a-gram for you, my friend. I'm sending you 2 points from the Toronto Maple Leaf Garden. It could have been 6-4.